What most people know about me is that I traveled across the globe and that I owned a webshop in exclusive plus-size women's clothing. I'm still blown away that I've been able to give more than 1,000 beautiful women more confidence and see the beauty in themselves. Today, I am a happy, confident, and strong woman who enjoys every single day of her life. But it wasn't always like this. There was a time when my husband was on dialysis and I was the caregiver, the cook, the cleaner, the driver, the groceries woman. A time when I was stressed and exhausted. And it wasn't until a social worker asked me, "Meriam, how are you doing?" My world fell apart, and for 15 minutes I cried and sobbed of the heaviness of all that was on my shoulders. This is not how I imagined my life to be. I had burned out. I had to look in the mirror and ask myself, "Meriam, what are you going to do for you?" I had to make a tough decision, and I left my husband for 1 week while he was recovering from a kidney pancreas transplant surgery in the hospital. Leaving my husband was heartbreaking, but I needed to take care of myself too. I started investing in myself by listening to the whispers from within, seeing possibilities and grabbing opportunities. It took me months and it wasn't easy, but I did it. I pulled myself out of a dark place. We caregivers support our loved ones every single day. Why? Because we love them. But love isn't enough to recharge our battery overnight. Most of the time, we keep going because we feel like we need to. Some of us think that asking for help is a sign of weakness, or that if we do self-care, we are an egoist. Those are all lies that many of us don't see in the middle of sorrow. Caregiving is challenging for us, both mentally and physically. Have you ever felt like you just want to do nothing and breathe? Just for a couple of minutes? Yes, caregivers need care too.
Dear Cancer, tell me, why did you enter my life? You turned it upside down and inside out. Tell me, why did you pick my loved one, making him hurt so much? I wish I could have taken the pain away from him. Why did you change the course of our lives? We just got engaged. We were at the top of the world. Tell me, why did you make me feel so lonely? I felt lonely even in a crowded room with doctors, nurses, and my loved ones. Why did you have to make me see my loved one at his lowest and weakest? I hadn't even taken the vow, even in sickness and health, but here I am. Tell me, why do you constantly cause me anxiety and stress? You will always be lurking in the shadows, and his status can easily change at any moment. Why can't I take care of myself? I often feel guilty for taking care of my own needs, thus thrusting me into burnout. Dear Cancer, why have you affected so many of my loved ones? I have lost one too many in my life to this disease. I won't let you take one more. I know you shouldn't compare yourself to others, but I know Troy and I will always have a different relationship, one that might not always be carefree. We believe and hope that cancer won't come back, but the possibility that it might is real. There are things that I wanted for Troy and me, but he will never be able to do them because physically he cannot. The reality of having to change so many things in our lives because of the devastation that cancer caused is striking. The way we travel, what we do during those travels, and his energy levels get depleted quicker. We used to be avid runners, but I don't know if he'll ever be able to do another half marathon with me. I'm not saying these things to complain. I'm telling you the truth and reality of how the nasty cancer beast can wreak havoc. Cancer has stolen some things from me and us. Watching some of my friends with their significant others doing the things that maybe I wanted to, but I know we won't get to do those things. It is no one's fault at all. Clearly, we didn't ask for this disease. Now I am dedicated to helping caregivers along their journey. It can be painful. You can suffer great loss, but take it from a phoenix rising that you can see a glimmer of hope. Have you ever heard of the mythological creature called a phoenix? Well, a phoenix is known to be this huge, majestic bird that lives for hundreds of years before bursting into flames. What's so awesome about the phoenix is that it is born out of the ashes to start a new life. I tell you about the phoenix because I feel like the phoenix, and that I am rising out of the ashes into something new and grand. You're allowed to be able to treat yourself. You can love yourself and let someone like me be able to help you through your time of pain and heartbreak by celebrating life and love. That is the purpose and mission behind Timeless Dream events. I am genuinely excited for the people I have met along this journey and the people that I will continue to meet. Having a purpose-driven business fulfills those thoughts of lack and despair. Knowing that I can make an impact is all that I could want in this lifetime and what my parents prayed for. I don't have to rely on other people's outreach for my own sanity or sense of belonging. Constantly staying prayed up and staying as positive as possible is how I choose to live my life and go into any battle that may come my way in the future. Lost, Travel, Found highlights my journey, my path, my story. And although I have written all that I can up until this point, my story is still being written.